Someday, life gets easier. That's what we tell ourselves. Work hard, do the right things, take care of your family, save what you can, keep pushing, keep sacrificing. Because someday, life gets easier. A better job, a better income, a comfortable retirement, a better life for our children. That's the plan. But there's something nobody tells us about someday. Sometimes life changes the plan before someday ever gets here. What do you do then? This is the story of 4 people, different lives, different dreams, and these are their different struggles. But each one eventually faced the same question: what do I do now? For years, David did everything he thought he was supposed to do. Show up early, stay late, take on more responsibility, hit the numbers, be a team player, and finally, the promotion he'd been working toward opened up. David, you've done excellent work, but we've decided to go in another direction. He told himself, my time will come. 3 months later, David was called into another meeting. The company is restructuring. Unfortunately, your position has been eliminated. Just like that, years of loyalty gone. Then came the applications. Rejected. Another interview, another rejection. David didn't just lose his paycheck. Little by little, he started losing something even more painful: his confidence. What happens when someone else decides your value? Then someone introduced David to a different idea. What if he could build something of his own? What if his income didn't depend entirely on getting the next promotion? David started learning financial education, licensing. It wasn't instant, it wasn't easy, but something started coming back: his confidence, his purpose. Miguel came to America legally with a dream shared by generations before him. Work hard, build a better life, help his family. There was just one problem: the good-paying job he imagined wasn't waiting for him. So he worked, cleaning offices, gardening, taking whatever honest work he could find. He wasn't afraid of hard work. He was afraid that hard work alone might never get him where he wanted to go. He wasn't failing, he was surviving. And surviving wasn't the dream that brought him here. Someone starts talking with Miguel. Miguel, have you ever thought about building your own business? Sometimes one conversation can change the direction of your life. Training, studying, first presentation, first no, another no, then his first client. And in Miguel's story, through consistent effort and production, he eventually built a 6-figure annual income. The man who once waited for an opportunity had begun building one. 40 years. That's how long Robert worked. He saved, contributed to his retirement, did what he thought responsible people were supposed to do. Now it was finally time to enjoy it. But then, until the market turned, Robert watched a portion of what he'd accumulated disappear during a major downturn. When you're younger, you have time. When you're retired, time is the risk. Should we cancel the trip? Maybe we should wait. The retirement Robert imagined started getting smaller. He asked something he never imagined asking again: how am I going to make more money? But Robert still had something valuable: experience, wisdom, perspective. He discovered an opportunity to learn financial concepts, educate other families, and build performance-based income. Michelle was a working professional, a single mother. Her children depended on her income. And suddenly, working became secondary. Surviving came first. Cancer was attacking Michelle's body, but another problem was quietly attacking her family: the loss of her income. What am I going to do? Then Michelle remembered something. Years earlier, a friend talked to her about life insurance with living benefits. She listened. She took action. And now, that coverage provided financial resources while she was still living. It didn't cure Michelle's cancer, but it gave her something desperately important: financial breathing room. Now, I want other families to know: 4 different people, 4 completely different lives, 4 moments when life suddenly said, the plan has changed. But each of them eventually made another decision. And that's where an opportunity like Freedom Equity Group can become worth taking a look at. FEG provides a platform where people can learn financial concepts and build a business. You don't need to come from Wall Street. You don't have to already be wealthy, but you have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to work. You have to be willing to take action. Maybe you've been passed over. Maybe you're rebuilding. Maybe you're approaching retirement. Or maybe nothing terrible has happened. Maybe you're simply tired of working harder without getting further ahead. Someday, life gets easier. Remember that? But maybe someday isn't something we should spend our lives waiting for. Maybe someday starts with a decision to learn, a decision to grow, a decision to build. Your past explains how you got here. It doesn't have to decide where you go next. Somebody else's opinion of your value doesn't decide it. Your story isn't over. Stop waiting for someday. If you've been looking for a way to build income, gain flexibility, and help other families, I invite you to take a look. No hype, no promises of overnight success. Just come see how the business works and decide for yourself. 5 years from now, you don't want to look back and wonder, what if I had taken a look? Your next chapter could start today. Click the link, register for our next FEG Business Opportunity presentation. Come with an open mind, ask questions, see how it works. And then make your own decision. Maybe someday. Starts today.